Hi guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be doing a drive through one of the most expensive roads in London and one of my favourite roads in London, my favourite locations in London. This is the road in front of us, and on the left and the right you're going to see some houses here. It's called Avenue Road, and typically the houses on the right, these darker bricked ones, are the older ones, and then on the left you can see that's boarded up, it's been demolished and then built up again. On the right hand side there's something that's been demolished. On the right hand side here somebody's just built that mansion there, which is probably a price point that anybody's willing to pay for it. On the left hand side, Primrose Hill, Ellsworthy Road. On the right hand side, look at the name of that road, Queen's Grove. Queen's Grove, what a name. And that's one of the premier roads in St John's Wood. Once again, look at this. A house has been bought there on the left hand side, on the blue. On the left hand side, somebody's going to fully develop that internally. On the right hand side here, that was knocked down and somebody's built it again. On the right hand side here, this one with the green hoarding, somebody's just built that house. Where those cars are turning, look at that house with the red bricks and look how far the garden wall goes. Once again, the house was purchased, demolished, and then they built that monster of a house. All of these are detached houses, 80 million quid, 60 million pounds. 70 million pounds. Somebody will buy them and then they'll make it their own. They'll live there for like 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, and then somebody else will buy it, and either they'll internally refurbish it or they'll demolish an older one and build it again. This road, look, there's another two here as well. How many houses are on this road? How many houses have been purchased? How many houses have been demolished? And then how many houses are now being built back again? And these are not being built by developers. These are owner-occupiers that are some of the wealthiest people in the world. These people are serious players on a business and international level, and there could be even diplomats. There could be families from all over the world, whether it's the Middle East, Russia, the US. And this is a hotspot location for them, and one of the reasons for that is it's one of the closest residential location that has a high net worth community that's walking distance to Baker Street and Oxford Street. So straight in front of us we're now going into Regents Park, and this is going to be a really exciting drive for me actually, because I love it and I just wanted to share it with you and show you what's in Regents Park. Left hand side, one of my last videos, Camden Town, Prince Albert Road. On the right hand side, St John's Wood. We're now going into Regents Park, and I'm going to do a 360 circle of the inside of Regents Park Circle, which is what we're in now. And I'm going to point out the exits within this park, and then I'm going to show you some of the things that some of you may be aware of, and some of you are going to be gobsmacked when you see what I'm going to show you here. I'm going to show you properties that are 100 million pounds and 120 million pounds, and here we go. So straight in front of us we're now driving around Regents Park, so just understand that. And if you can see those houses on the right hand side there, those cream coloured detached monster houses, those are the houses where they've transacted for 120 million pounds. On the left hand side here, very important, I'm slowing down, this is where the US ambassador lives, and it's called Winfield House. And this is when Obama and President Trump came to the UK and London. This is where they stay. All of this is cordoned off. On the right hand side, 120 million pounds, 120 million pounds, 120 million pounds. Left hand side, entrance to Winfield House. Straight in front of us we've got Regents Park Central Mosque, which is the mosque that I frequent every once in a while when I'm in town. On the left hand side we've got the inside of Regents Park. some people are going to be turning right here, and that is the exit that takes you to a road called Park Road, which is the top end of St. John's Wood. So that's exit number 1, Park Road, St. John's Wood. As we're going down, oh, by the way, I used to jog around this park for many years. I've lived in this location since 1993, and I had an agency here. On the right hand side, this is all residential houses, and some of them are subdivided into apartments, all owned on a leasehold. Prices for a 2-bedroom flat, £3 million, £5 million, £8 million, depending on the size. On the right hand side here, we've got the London Business School, where people come to do their MBAs from all over the world. And we're now approaching exit number 2. Look at how nice this is. This is one of the nicest locations, not just in London, but in the world. It's got lots of history, lots of charm, lots of character, and lots of money. Okay, second exit here, Baker Street. If I was to turn right here, that's Baker Street just beyond, and that tall building at the end is Oxford Street. That's how close we are to prime central London. Straight in front of me on the right hand side, some white stucco buildings which are from the Nash period, done by an architect called Beau Nash, and he's also the architect that was behind the city of Bath. But these just looks like big chunks of butter, and once again, prices here: £40 million, £30 million, £50 million, £80 million, and a very, very strong community here. We're now running parallel to Baker Street, so here's the third exit. If I was to turn right here, I'm going to hit Baker Street, and if I was to go straight over, there's a crescent that will then take me on to Regent Street. But we're going to go straight, and then we're going to be heading around back to where we started, and I'm going to show you where some of the other exits are. Great place in the summer, this. So if you get the chance to visit London, or if you live in the UK or live in London, try and visit this part of town, because it got so much charm, so much character, and you'll have a really enjoyable time. And you can also walk to the West End or St John's Wood High Street or wherever it may be. Any questions about this location, just put it into the comments below and I'll try and answer. What's crazy about these properties here is that they're all leasehold. Normally you'd expect to pay X amount of money for freehold. So imagine paying £50 million for a property and you've got 120 years lease on it. Leases are always extendable, as long as you stay there for a minimum of 2 years and pay the premium that the freeholder may want. But that's another video, or simply ask me some of the questions and I'll try and explain that. So straight in front of me, new bicycle laws mean that this guy can travel in the middle of the road. I'm going to take it wide and take him, and he's already shouting at me. That's the new law. So these guys have got rights now, and they've always had rights. So you just got to be considerate. I did take it wide, so I don't know what he's shouting at. I don't appreciate it being sworn at. Okay, exit number 5. If I turn right here, that will take me towards Oxford Street and Regent Street. We're going to turn left, and the guy's still shouting at me behind me. On the right hand side here, Cumberland Terrace, this Chester Terrace, sorry. On the right hand side here, these properties were all sold within the space of a month as soon as they came onto the market. There's a couple of brothers that developed this. Look at this house here. This railing here, it was a garden extension. £27 million for that garden extension. On the right here, once again, a beautiful part of town, all residential. Would you know this in Regents Park? And the next exit is Camden Town. Would you believe it? So all of those people that have got a bad impression of Camden, this actually falls under the London Borough of Camden, just like my last video. Belsize Park and Hampstead also fall under the London Borough of Camden. Tottenham Court Road and some parts of Tottenham Court Road and the Bloomsbury location fall under the London Borough of Camden. Camden Town itself, the station, is epicenter Camden, and it has the nice side and it has the not so nice side, so you've got to understand that. But look, this gives you a little example of Avenue Road, which we drove down, which was Primrose Hill and St John's Wood, big detached houses being knocked down, redeveloped, built to specification, bespoke houses, and then it entered into Regents Park. And this part of town is some of the most expensive properties in the world, and it's an international profile. And sorry, right hand side, another exit there, Camden Town. We're now running parallel to Prince Albert Road. Coming back to what I was saying, it has some of the most international people profile living here, a very safe location, a nice community, lots of security, and a beautiful location. So please do visit. On the left hand side here, also within the park, some of you may not know this, on the left hand side we have London Zoo, and I was going to stop but it was amber, and I'm going to try and stop off and show you a giraffe. Imagine driving through central London and seeing a giraffe on the right hand side. So I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Okay, here we go. On the left hand side, this is the entrance to London Zoo. Please do make a visit, support our zoo. And straight in front of me is the next exit, and that means that we're at the end of this video, which is the 360 degrees of the inner circle of Regents Park, and it just shows you how much money we've just driven past. And just to put it into perspective, it's probably a couple of £1 billion worth of property that we've actually driven past here. So this next final exit is Avenue Road, which is where we came from. So I'm going to end it here. Hopefully you've found it enjoyable, informative as usual, and I look forward to catching up with you soon. For those of you that haven't subscribed, please like, share, subscribe, and be part of the community, and I'll catch you soon. Agent M, Monty Nawaz, out.